Hello, my creative cuties. Welcome to my first art vlog. It's been my lifelong dream to write and illustrate my own books. For the last few years, I've tried to become a self-employed creator, but I've been doing everything wrong. The passion and effort were there, but my priorities were all out of order. I've narrowed it down to 5 bad habits that stood between me and my dreams. Number 1. I obsessed over watching videos that promised to teach me all I needed to know about promotion, but they were about making sales and promising results rather than building a relationship with your audience. They kept giving me the same advice. To sell something, all you have to do is pinpoint a problem people have, make an ebook or course that solves the problem, then make videos talking about the problem, and then plug your product at the end. I kept watching these videos again and again, trying to figure out how to apply this method to selling my books, never realizing until recently that this advice does not apply to me because my product does not solve a problem like how to manage your finances or how to be more assertive. I guess you could say that my books solve the problem of boredom, but that's stretching it. I wasted so much time watching these videos that were giving advice that did not apply to me. Number 2, I kept focusing on what I didn't want to do. I would get frustrated sometimes and decide that I didn't want to record myself talking anymore because I hated the sound of my voice, or I didn't want to ever attempt long-form content ever again because it was too exhausting, or I didn't want to record myself doing digital illustrations anymore because it made me nervous while I was drawing. So then I would have to figure out how to make content while avoiding whatever thing it was that I was upset about in that moment. How to make videos with no audio or no screen recordings, or how to get really good at making shorts, instead of just finding an easier way of doing the things that I didn't like doing. I would try to make content with no audio or no screen recordings or whatever, then realize how bad they were, then go right back to making my normal content over and over and over again. This was such a vicious cycle and such a waste of time. Number 3, I wanted to make books as fast as possible and make content as effortlessly as possible. I would get into moods when I was willing to do hard work, but then I'd burn out and try to come up with ways to create that took no time or thought. Sprint, burnout, sprint, burnout. I would obsess over finding the fastest and easiest way to draw or write or make videos, only to end up with books and content that I didn't like because they were so rushed. I think it's good to find your ideal way of doing things, but if the entire goal is to just put zero effort into something, then I don't think that the results are going to be very good. Not for me, at least. Number 4, I kept deleting my content. I'd be so excited to try something. I would make a bunch of videos or shorts about my books, then they wouldn't get any views, and I'd get embarrassed and delete all of it. Eventually, I just made a whole new channel so I could have a completely fresh start, because I didn't want anyone to see any of my old embarrassing content. But recently I realized the value of building on your experience, especially your failures. So I deleted my new channel and went back to my old channel, and I have vowed to stop doing that. And maybe someday, some of my viewers will enjoy going back and looking through my old content to see how it all started. I personally enjoy doing that whenever I find a content creator that I admire. I think it's fun to look at their progress over the years. And number 5, I showed my illustration process, but I never talked to my audience about my characters or stories. I would just show the art or tutorials or little snippets from the books and hope that that would be enough to promote them. Then one day I watched a video linked below that made me realize that I need to talk to my audience. I need to let them into the worlds that I've created. I need to introduce them to the characters and their journeys and struggles and personality traits and dreams and failures and successes. That's what viewers want to see. The creation process is nice sometimes, but mostly they want to get lost in the worlds you've created, or they want to spend time with the characters like they're spending time with a friend. So those were the 5 bad habits that kept me from finishing and promoting my books. No more watching YouTube videos about promotion, no more jumping through hoops to avoid doing the part of the creation process just because I'm a little burned out, no more striving to put 0 effort into my books or content, no more deleting my old content no matter how embarrassing it is, and no more just showing how I draw to promote my books. Actually, I won't be promoting my books at all anymore. From now on, I'm just going to record myself illustrating and then talk to my audience about my books and characters. No more being stingy with just sharing a little quote from the book here and there. From now on, my social media platforms are all about sharing my stories with the world. If you are on a similar journey, I hope that this gives you some inspiration and that you find what works best for you, because I know how easy it is to run in circles for a long time just because you don't realize the bad habits that are keeping you stuck. Bad habits are often disguised as logic and hard work. And I'm sure you're wondering, that's nice, but what am I looking at? This is an illustration from one of my books. I'll talk about it more in my next art vlog. In case you can't tell, they are llamas, specifically drama llamas. Let me know in the comments if you're a drama llama or if you know any drama llamas. Thank you for being here. Talking to someone makes this whole bookmaking process a lot more fun. And feedback on my projects is always appreciated. And I'll see you in the next video.